Reaperman here with a quick video showing off my brand new CRT corner. Now this cabinetry and whole setup here is it's actually where my Trump bucks went from both rounds of Trump bucks. So what I've had them do is install kitchen cabinets down here in my living room of all places and push the upper cabinets all the way to the ceiling, which gives me nearly 30 inches of vertical space in here. Now eventually I know I'm going to have to construct some kind of custom plywood thing to more effectively store all of this gear, but right now I've just got them up on these little metal monitor risers that hold 50 pounds apiece. Fingers crossed that those hold, right? Anyway, starting down here at the end, we've got my 13-inch Sony PVM, and it's running right now the PlayStation 2 down here on the bottom shelf via the SCART connection. I've also got one of my super guns up here, a time harvest unit, but it's not plugged in right now because I'm still waiting on a SCART switch to arrive from Moldova of all places. Moving over, I've got my D-Series Dell set up. I've actually got a few more D-Series laptops up here, but I'd say this is my main D-Series. It's had the keyboard removed and a big old heat sink stuck on it for performance, and it's kind of a hot rod now. Anyway, it's on my 19-inch Dell monitor, and it's got, Xbox 360 controller, wireless keyboard, wired keyboard, and the mouse for it is way over here on this side. Moving into the kind of this middle section, it's going to be kind of hard to see. I actually have an APC line R because the voltage in my house is frequently off, and I don't want that to be impacting the CRTs. I've also got the kind of subwoofer for the whole audio system, which is a Logitech 530 something or other, and then also a switch box to switch all the different inputs. Moving over one more, I've got my Dell DOS box here. This is actually a Pentium 3 running MS-DOS 7.10, and it's actually got a 17-inch Dell Trinitron on it. If you're looking to get in on Trinitron CRTs for the cheap, this is probably the way to go, as Dell Trinitrons haven't increased in price the same way that these PVMs have. But of course they also take 31 kilohertz RGB signals, so they're also going to have a nice signal. Actually, every VGA monitor takes 31 kilohertz RGB signals. Moving over one more, I've got my Panasonic Pro line here. This is a 13-inch, and it's hooked up to my S-Video and composite setup over here, which the outputs of this TV are actually wired back over to this guy, so I could actually display the same thing on this screen if I wanted to, which actually usually I do want to. So right now I've got it running Nintendo, but this is also going to be, Nintendo 64, but this is also going to be where I kind of run a kind of a revolving door of systems that don't have SCART input or anything better. Anyway, that was just a quick kind of look at my CRT corner, and I'll probably have more videos on individual subjects, probably especially the my kind of Dell D-Series fetish, and maybe I'll do a video on the history of this DOS machine, because it's actually come from kind of an interesting place. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for now, though.